social injustice. Her work intertwines her imagination with experiences such as 20 years of involvement in shamanic drumming sessions. She lives in Austin. Tamar.
In the 2064th year of the current era, many people felt as if the world had come to an end, or at least the world as they have known it had. Nature awoke and demonstrated its invincible power, as if to declare that it would endure no more exploitation and abuse. It was as if Mother Earth had finally decided to punish her tormentors, abusers who, following their greed and insatiable pursuit of power, had threatened to destroy her beauty and inherent nurturing nature, and to turn her into a barren, poisonous no man's land. So this is a backdrop for the story. The first book in the series, which is Oasis 2064, I'm working on the second, chronicles the events occurring in the divided country, United States, East Central and West, from the vantage point of James Callahan, a sustainable community developer whose fate carries him across the country to experience life as an OD supporter, OD as the order defenders who control the east of the United States, and as a man who fight against them. This is not a story of David and Goliath or of Hercules fighting the Hydra. The modern monster has too many heads, regenerating heads, beyond one legendary hero's ability to decapitate. It takes a collaborative effort of many people, each contributing his or her personal talent and being willing to risk it all. Against this backdrop, the story highlights one community, Oasis, as a beacon of light and follows its resident transformation as they attempt to fight the monster. So the first one, and I'm going to describe the characters at the beginning, not how they developed, so just to give you a taste of it. Callahan was driving home after a long day meeting with the Order Defenders Executive Board, discussing future projects. They were very pleased with his work and even hinted that they were considering him as a potential new member of the group. It was very flattering because Felix Atwell, the appointed puppet president of the United States, who attended the meeting as well, was not considered as a candidate. Still, something told Callahan that he should not be happy about this development. He felt a great urge to discuss it with Sophie, his wife of 20 years. But then he knew it was not safe to speak with her about these kinds of topics over the phone. From a distance, he noticed that unlike the neighbor's home, that were all lit as if there had not been an energy crisis, his home was dark. It was dark as a black hole. The only one in the neighborhood to be dark. He felt a chill in his body after he opened the garage door and saw that Sophie's car was not there. As soon as he entered his home, he turned all the lights and looked frantically for a note explaining where his wife and son were. He found none. The silence seemed hostile and terrifying. Something is very wrong, he thought. Then the sinister reality hit him. It cannot be. Oh God, please, don't let that happen. He entered the room of his 17-year-old son, Jacob, and noticed that the boy's beloved guitar, his communicator, and most of his clothes were gone. Checking the closet next to his bedroom revealed the same picture. His wife's clothes and jewelry had gone with her. character is Clara. Clara was looking curiously at the strange instrument. She asked how they worked, but Rudolph impatiently cut her short and asked if she had any success in identifying the spy. She replied that she had journeyed and seen cows and herds of ewing. A strong wind was carrying the sound eastward. She was sure the spy was Bill, the farmer, and she believed that his wife, Liz, was unaware of his activities. Rudolph looked disappointed. He had received information from the State Intelligence Agency about the suspicion that a spy in Oasis was broadcasting information to East. On a hunch, he had decided to use Clara's psychic ability first before using an instrument to follow the activities of each residential unit. He had wanted to start with the best bet, but now he was not convinced that he had made the right choice. Clara, no wonder you heard cows. The farmer is your neighbor. And what exactly do you mean by journeyed? Clara was apparently upset. Rudolph, I am not stupid or a lunatic. Believe it or not, I had the same idea. So after my vision ended, I went outside. I could not hear the cows. I saw them grazing at the farthest corner of Bill's lot, and the wind was carrying whatever sound the cows might have made in the opposite direction. Also, for additional validation, I used divination with the pendulum. Same results. All the other residents came up as no, only Bill was a yes. Now, since apparently Sarah, his wife, had not told you, journeying is kind of a meditation using drums, which helps the practitioner to enter an alternate reality and access the help of all sorts of guides, helpers, and teachers. I really don't want to go into more details, as you don't seem to appreciate it anyway. I deeply apologize. I will use your vision and see what I can come up with. Clara got up and left without saying goodbye. Do you have more time?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The last one would be the CEO of the Order Defenders, Oliphant. As usual, Oliphant started with no pleasantries. Atwell, I heard you drove yourself here. I hope nobody has identified you. That's not how I expect the President of the United States to behave. Explain, please. My dear fellows, Atwell did his best to look serious but self-confident and presidential. I am glad to see all of you, or rather most of you, as there are many things we need to discuss. To answer your question, Oliphant, yes, I drove myself since my driver, Arthur, the one who knows the way to the hub, who has the highest level of security clearance, just disappeared, and surveillance has no idea of his whereabouts. I happened to find this out shortly after discovering that James Callahan, our former builder, who was under the highest surveillance level, has already crossed the Mississippi on his way to Texas. I could not have taken the risk of involving another driver in a trip to our meeting. I wonder what we can do about our inadequate surveillance. Thank you, Atwell, for your good judgment, Oliphant responded. The reason you do not see Manning here is that we were very displeased with his performance as Director of Intelligence and Surveillance. We took care of him. I had planned to present him later, but since you asked, please meet our new director, Ernest Sullivan. Felix, he said, addressing Atwell uncharacteristically by using his first name. Feel free to discuss with him any concern you have. And please report swiftly to me any problem before it turns into disaster. You have my and my council full support. Congratulations, Ernest. Let's get together soon to see what can be done to improve security, said Atwell as nonchalantly as he could, taking into consideration that Chile felt when Oliphant had talked about taking care of Manning. He wondered if the other absent council members were being taken care of as well. Oliphant made a move to continue, and the room became silent.